it's me, Kayla, and today's video is a little special. And it's not only because it's been the only one since who knows when, honestly. I'm sorry about that. Stuff happened, life happened. But today's video is a little special because today is my birthday. Yay! So I also want to say a happy birthday to anyone who also has their birthday today. But that's not really what I want to talk about today, because my birthday is like something that I really look forward to. It's true, but I haven't done anything related to UnderTale in so long. Because let's be real, the time when I did the UnderTale drawing, it doesn't count. I only talked about the drawing and about and thanking everybody for subscribing, and I don't regret doing that, but I didn't gush about any of the characters. And mainly I didn't gush about Chara, which I need to do because I want to. I never do that. I want to talk about Chara so much. I want to share my love of Chara to everybody, but I don't do that. I should do that. I really should. Things to do in the future. Talk more about how much I love Chara. I'm guessing that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna tell you why I love Chara, I guess. This is unscripted like usual, and I'll try my best to keep the whole thing logical as much as I can. So why do I love Chara? Okay, we'll take the simple stuff that's really little things and don't really matter at first, so we can talk about the bigger reasons afterwards. So we're gonna try by, they look adorable. Like, have you seen their sprite? They're so cute. Chara is my baby, and I will protect them with my life. I love them so much. Other really small reason that nobody really cares. They love chocolate. I love chocolate. I love them. It's easy. No, for more real reason. I think they're just so sweet. I mean, they decided that they would sacrifice themselves so that everybody else, all of their loved one, could be happy. Like, don't get me wrong, don't do that. That's not a good idea. Your loved ones are gonna be even more happy if they don't have to say goodbye to you. But like, that's on paper, that's such a sweet gesture. Like, just putting everybody else's needs before your own. Don't do that in real life, don't do it. But on paper, that just show how sweet they are. They're just so sweet. They just love their family so much. They're so cute. I love them. Also, it's I have this headcanon. It's totally not canon or anything, but I always thought that the little sweater that Frisk and Chara have gotta show us their personality a little more, like, cause they kind of are colored like soul color if you squint a lot. So I always headcanoned, well, I don't know if always, but I headcanon Frisk as patient and perseverant on top of determined, you know, and Chara as kind and justiceful. Is that a word? You understand, yellow soul, justice, all of that. So that's also a thing. That's how I headcanon them, and that they're so sweet. Do you understand? So sweet. And I'm sure people will tell me that they call Asriel crybaby, that they manipulate Asriel, and that they have this creepy smile. But honestly, I think, like, when people say that, they take things a little too literally, just like the laughing thing after the poisoning of Asgore. Like, it's, I don't know, it feels obvious to me that the laughing, like, it was a coping thing, like they were laughing, but really they were dead inside and terrified and crying and hating themselves because they even made a sweater for their dad. They love their dad, and because of them now he's sick. I don't get how anyone can think that they did that on purpose, or that they really thought it was actually funny, because I don't get how you can think that unless you don't really know much and you just take that as face value without knowing anything around it. I guess that's the only way you can think that. I don't know. But back to that, I think the creepy smile, like, is just like a kid game that they have with Asriel. Like, I don't know, something like wholesome, and that maybe something also I had that headcanon is that Asriel did the lead thing on purpose because Chara is camera shy, and that's why we don't see their face on the happy picture where everybody's smiling. And so they did the lead trick on purpose, so that they wouldn't make their sibling uncomfortable, so that Asriel wouldn't make his sibling uncomfortable, and which shows that they loved each other. I don't think Chara had wanted to hurt Asriel or manipulate him or use him or anything. I think it was an accident of just not seeing the situation for what it was and just thinking about freeing everybody more than thinking about how Asriel really felt. They probably thought that it would make Asriel happy, and didn't see how it was truly making him miserable, because they had this thought that everybody would be happy once they were in the surface, and so they didn't realize that they weren't being really nice. And also the crybaby thing, I really think it's just like that sibling teasing thing, and that there is no Ilfa, and that Asriel knows just teasing and also doesn't feel hurt by it. That's an understood thing that both parties know about. Yeah, those are my headcanons about this whole ordeal. Because I really don't get people that think that Chara is pure evil and everything. Because, well, firstly, they're a child. Children, I don't think anybody would say that any child is pure evil, even if they did bad things, because they're a child. They probably had some thought process behind it that made them think that this was a good idea when it really wasn't. Also, like, sacrificing yourself for everybody doesn't sound pure evil to me. So, like, I'm really confused about that. Like, even now, there's so many people that headcanon Chara as pure evil, as this demon child, and I just don't really understand. But I can't change other people's minds, so like I'm just gonna aggressively off Chara or something. Did I have anything else to gush about Chara? I don't want to talk about my headcanon of Chara's life before they fell into the underground, because firstly, triggers. I don't want to trigger anyone. And secondly, just I don't know if that could get me demonetized. I mean, the music probably will on its own, let's be real, but still, I don't want to get into trouble for saying things. So we're not gonna talk about that. What we can talk about is Israel's sentence at the end of the True Pacifist run. How he said that if he had a friend, he always meant to have a friend like Frisk. I don't really get how people can take that and think that it means that Chara is a evil, bad person. Because that just means that Azriel thinks that Frisk is superior to Chara, which, like, that's really, that's not the nicest way to say things, because, that's a little restrictive, but it's true. Frisk is objectively better than Chara because they have the determination power of being able to go back and fix things and basically never lose as long as they stay determined. They had the same intent as Chara, save everybody, except that they could do it because of the determination. So that just means that they think that Frisk is a better friend than Chara because they can save everybody, which stinks for Chara probably, because if you also believe in the narrator theory, that means that Chara heard that, and they probably didn't do all the thinking behind it and really thought that Azriel hated them. So that's not good. But I really think that's what it's about. It's not about Chara being evil or anything. It's about Azriel just liking Frisk more because of the good differences that they have with Chara, that they have the determination power, you know? Oh, I also wanted to talk a little bit about the Chara cosplay I drew myself in. This is the outfit I headcanon Chara having. If you saw the old drawings I did, you can see that it's not that far off from before, but that there's some differences. Mainly it's just that now I'm more confident about not drawing the character 200% canonically, changing colors, hue a little bit, changing saturation, changing design slightly. And also I follow this Tumblr, I can't remember the name. 1 second, let me just find it. Buttercup art, and they draw UnderTale art, and no, I can't not imagine Chara in a peppy clothes. So that's why the blouse under the sweater it's thanks to Buttercup art, and they're great Chara design, and they're great. They have a great Frisk and Chris design as well. You should check them out. They also have amazing fan art of a lot of other fandoms, and also a lot of great original art. You need to check it out. It's great. The signature Chara golden flowers, that's to be expected. I don't know, I thought it was sweet. I also like flowers. I should have done a flower crown too, because I used to have this flower crown and wear it all the time, and then I was super sad when it broke, because that meant that I couldn't cosplay as Chara with a crown in my head, because I was determined, and I still am, one day to cosplay as Chara in real life, because that would make me so happy. Yeah. Minor thing you may have noticed if you were here in the redraw of the bad time drawing, that I said that I headcanon Frisk and Chara as girls. Well, I thought about that afterwards, and I realized that first I only headcanoned Frisk as a girl because I headcanoned Chara as a girl, and I didn't understand how Frisk would be believed to be Chara if they were a boy. I didn't even think about non-binary at the time, didn't know what that was, I was small. That was bad, that was really lots of bad takes, but I originally didn't headcanon Frisk as a girl, so that was taken care of quickly. I personally now headcanon Frisk as gender fluid. That I think I'm gonna do drawings of my headcanons of what characters in UnderTale look like in not pixelated art, and do talk a little more about that and Frisk and such, but quickly that's what I think I headcanon Frisk as, and I personally headcanon Chara as either a demigirl or a gender. I'm still on the fence about that. I'm having trouble knowing, because before I was 100% sure that I headcanoned them as a demigirl, but now I'm not so sure if it's that, so I'm just gonna use non-binary for the meantime, because that's the term I'm the most sure about, so that's what I'm headcanon them as, non-binary. And side note, I don't use non-binary simply because it's the label you use when you don't know what kind of non-binary you are. No, it's just a word that you can use when you want. You feel non-binary, you are non-binary. You don't need to find the precise label. You don't have to have a precise label if you feel non-binary, and technically you are something more precise, like you're bi-gender or you're agender or something like that, but you don't feel comfortable with the labels and non-binary suits you more, non-binary. So that's not what I headcanon Chara as. I just finished the thought process right now. It's out. It's the new Kayla headcanon. It's what's happening. Yeah. I headcanon Chara as non-binary simply, Frisk as gender fluid, and Chris as agender. Yeah. Those are my headcanons. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say for this video. I hope you like it. You can follow me on Instagram if you want. Link in the description. Actually, it has all my social medias, but the place I'm the most is Instagram. I post sometimes on Wattpad. I've never been on DeviantArt since so long. And Tumblr, I used it a lot to post things when it was cropped, but then I discovered how to do things so that I wouldn't have this problem anymore. So I don't use Tumblr as much also. I have a Twitter. It wasn't on my description before, because my old Tumblr decided that it didn't want me anymore, so I can't log in it. But I made a new one. I don't know if I'm gonna post things on it or not, but you can follow me on that. Maybe I will if I see that people follow me. But if you don't wanna, you can just go on Instagram. It's where I'm there all the time, every day. Well, not every day. Sometimes I have lots of work at school, so I don't go all day. but usually I'm there every day, so you can follow me on that. The drawing will be posted there, so if you want like to share it, you can. If you wanna look at it more, you also can. If you wanna see the older drawings without having to see the videos, you can, but it would be nice to look at them. I'm gonna post regularly again, hopefully. Yeah. That's all. Hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe if you wanna, but like if you don't wanna, that's fine too. It's all good. You do what you want. You chill. And I'm gonna see you later, I guess. Bye bye.